with Sifu Nick Hoyt, who's going to be helping me with judo techniques today. A few words about safety. These techniques are not meant for sport. They're not meant for sparring or randori. In fact, they're illegal in randori and not allowed in typical judo shiai. The idea is we want to learn how to use what we already know in an application that's for self-defense. So where there are no rules, there may be a bigger, stronger, faster attacker. There may be more than one, and we need to get in and get the opponent taken care of. In the last series, in this particular drill, is Kosoto Gari. And again, you can vary the order depending on how you're comfortable with these drills. Sometimes the drills run, I do Osoto Gari, he steps out, then I go right into Kosoto Gari. So the pieces of this puzzle can be assembled in several different ways depending on what you're comfortable with, what you teach your students, or what you've been taught by your teacher. So stay with what you know, what's comfortable for you, and work your combinations in the order that complements you the best. Getting into Kosoto Gari, theoretically, if he steps out from the last technique, so I went after Ko Uchigari, he stepped out for whatever reason. So if he steps out and I get to the outside, what I want to do is think about how the leg can react. So Hizagari makes an appearance again. When I take my centering step, I'm going to stay right in front, and as soon as that ball of my right foot touches, it's coming up into the lateral thigh. If I do that as I pull, so if I had the grip around the head like we've been playing with, just a very basic, standard no-gi type of hold, if I get to the outside, if I see how this is pushing the head, or I can let it slide to the other side. Again, this positioning we'll cover in future videos. As my right foot touches, it's going to come up and blast right into the middle of the thigh, and I can use this to capture the neck, the head, or whatever. I can just stay right inside on that far side shoulder, driving that in, and again, that's a good position to be in. Another kick in judo is Uchi Gari Kikomi, or an inside stomping kick. So similar to the last technique, I take my center step, I drive this back, and I'm going to step as soon as I spring off of the floor. So as soon as the ball of foot touches, it pops back up, and I'm going to come down on an angle. So 45, I'm folding his knee. In practice, we'll go forward. In reality, I want to cut the angle because that will damage the knee. I'm going to bring the instep of the foot up, and again, I can off balance him and protect against this other side if I come to the fold of the knee and I lightly push it down. I'm going to let him roll so he can just come down to his knee safely. And again, we see that this is a pretty good stop position to be able to follow up. So as soon as I step, I can even get more comfortable and take a deeper step back with my left foot so that this goes right into that technique. So again, if I combine this with different striking methods, this is how things get finished without having to do big fancy throws or continue to fight. The last variation of Kosoto Gari, again, I take the deep step, so I want to go behind his foot, so I'm not directly in front, because the idea is I'm going to pull his foot through with a Gama, or a sickle type technique. So as I come through, I can continue to pull, and we see how this brings him back, offloading this. I want to go in the direction of my toes, so I'm not going to kick from the side like we do in our foot sweeps. I want to kick my toes on an angle that cuts his balance point. So if we think about where the balance points are with him, as I come through, I'll drop this for your safety. As I come through, I want to just scoop and kick, and down he goes. And again, this is not a terrible position to be in. So Gamas are more of a sickle. It's a straight leg cut, similar to our sweeps, except the position of the foot is slightly different. And it is a cut, just like you think a sickle cuts through tall grass. We're offloading that leg. I don't want to try and do a Gama against a weighted leg. It'll have no result. So just like in gi, what I'm doing with my hands, or how I'm manipulating his body to offload or to load the leg, is very important. I hope that you found something of value in these videos and these concepts, and that it leads you to further study in your own system. If you're interested in learning more and you're a judoka or you have more of a traditional line of study, then please contact me at Kerner Warrior Arts with the link listed on the screen. If you're not familiar with judo, or you just want pieces of that system, how to integrate it into what you already do, then you can contact me at azcqc.com, which is also on the screen. Thank you, and we'll be back soon.